Hello, gorgeous goddesses. This is Leonie from goddessguidebook.com, and we're here today for another one of my goddess journey check-ins. And I'm doing this by video. There goes the puppies. Say hello to Charlie and Angel. Oh, they've come to visit. Come on, sweetie. Over here, puppy. Over here. Come say hello, everyone. Oh, my darling boy. My darling boy. Good boy. So we're doing this by video again because it's more in flow for me at the moment. So I might look a little bit tireder and quieter than I usually am. And that would be true. I've just had 3 really transformative days, which has been beautiful and enlightening and precious and very full all at once. So I thought I'd share them with you. On Sunday I went and I learned how to play the Native American flute by a beautiful guy who lives here in Canberra, and my hunky monkey Chris came with me, and so did another gorgeous friend of ours. And it was really funny because I was expecting it to be really gentle, and that's what I really wanted, and that's, you know, it was, but then I could feel things being transformed and shifted, yes, all at once. And this year has been such a transformative kind of energy shift for me anyway. And at one point I got so fed up with it. I got so fed up with it on Sunday, and I was walking along the river with Chris and with our friend Kalia, and I was so stompy, I was just cranky, and I said, I'm just sick of this shit, I'm sick of transforming, I'm over it, I don't want to change anymore. And I was just cranky, I'm just cranky, see, look, cranky Mark. And what was really beautiful is that they didn't even try and push me out of my crankiness, and they just kind of said, yeah, of course, be cranky, yeah, that's great. And Kaylee is just like, yeah, screw transformation, who needs that, who needs shifting? And so once I'd have a little stomp attack and we all lay down, we were playing our flutes out by the river, and all that resistance and stuckness and pissed offness just kind of floated away, and all there was a flute and nature and me and other lovely souls, and it was just so nice. So that was kind of me, I don't know, going with the flow of stuckness and letting it lead me into a new place of flow. It's funny how that works. I just kind of embraced the stuckness and it became flow. And then the next day I had to leave to go to a work course, and it was, you know, like leadership management development thing, and I was resisting it all the way. I was like, oh, cranky, I don't want to leave, I don't want to go anywhere, I don't want to do any developing. I just did the flute and I accepted the flute, so that should be enough, right? And then again I just kind of went there and kind of was grumbling to myself and grumbling to Chris and Kaylee over the phone again about having to transform again. And then I just got to a place of total acceptance about it, and it was a really challenging course. Say goodbye. It's okay, you be cranky. That's Angel. But yeah, it ended up being really massive once I let go of all these expectations about it, and it ended up not really being about, you know, developing as a leader, and it ended up being as a, oh good, Charlie's coming back to play with his toy. You can hear him. Here, I'll show you. He's got his toy. Oh goodness. Oh, I'm gonna keep in all these imperfect bits. This has been my last 3 days. um, yeah, and so it was less about program, like it was less about management and and leadership, and more about kind of becoming in some way a better leader of yourself. And it was just huge. Like, it was a workhorse, and yet it was one of the most deep and powerful self-development things that, you know, I've ever been on. It probably be up there with, you know, deepest and transformative. And to have, you know, 20 strangers come together and have to share their deepest pain and vulnerability and stories and lessons and stuff, that was just profound. You know, they were all so beautiful, and they all had such amazing stories. I'm like tearing up thinking about it. And I just learned so much from every single one of them. Look at me, I'm wet-eyed, And that was me during the whole course, pretty much. But I got to thinking about how, what if beauty isn't about just being, you know, our shiniest selves, but being incredibly vulnerable in our story as well, and to have those stucknesses and have those pains, and and to openly weep and openly laugh, and have other people know those stories that that have touched us the most deeply and have affected our lives. So it was massive, you know, massive. So the whole analogy of, like, the most simple way I can describe it is, we drove there in a bus, and the bus was quiet the whole way there. It was just strangers on the bus, and on the way back, you know, 2 days later, the whole bus was alive and filled with stories and filled with people sharing their deepest lessons and their biggest pains and their biggest delights and all that they wanted to be, and all that they really were. And, you know, it was just incredibly touching. So I've just been blessed to know 20 more deep gems in my life. So that's so powerful. And to know even more the deep gem that I am, that's really massive too. So I learned a lot, and I learned a lot about humanity and humility and embracing the stuck, and really sitting with my vulnerability and my pain and my stories and other people's as well. So yeah, holy dinger, big week. And on top of that, I've learned this new meditation method, which is hilarious, because I've just written how to meditate for lazy people, and we just got taught the laziest method possible for meditating, and also the most powerful one I've ever experienced. So I'm really looking forward to sharing that with you all sometime when the time is right. So I think that's all from me. It's been glorious, completely glorious in all of its ups and downs and shittiness and love. So I'm going to leave it here and say thank you so much for being a part of my journey, for listening to my story, and for letting me hear and be a part of yours. So much love from the goddess in me and the child in me and every part of me to every part of you.